Hi, congratulations on your new RV. We're really excited for you. Please make sure before you're signing that you bring the following items with you. If you're a cash buyer, please make sure that you bring a cashier's check, no personal checks at time of signing, or you may bring actual cash. If you're a finance customer, please make sure that you bring proof of insurance listing your specific lien holder. If you need that information, please call us ahead of time. Also, make sure that you bring all valid driver's license of all persons that will be listed on the title. If you have a trade that you're trading in with us, please make sure that you bring your 10-day payoff as well as your title and all persons who will be listed on the title of that trade. Arrive 30 minutes early before your appointment time so we can properly inspect your unit, and also make sure that you have the fridge on and running prior to arrival. If you have any questions, please feel free to give us a call at 810-686-0710. Thanks so much. Have a great day.
Hello, it's Mike with TradeWinds RV Center, here to congratulate you on your purchase of your Forest River Salem 27 DBUD travel trailer. I'm here to walk you around it, show you how to use a few things, get the best out of your camping experience. Let's start by talking about arriving at the campsite. A couple things to take into consideration. First, on your campsite, your awning. On your off campsite, of course, your slide. Leave plenty of room for that slide to come in and out unhindered, preferably nothing hanging over top, and leave yourself a nice walking path. Because the next thing I want you to think about is where your power and water connections are going to be. Yours are going to be all the way at the rear of the unit, on your driver's side of your tow vehicle. Power cord stores in there, and your city or camp water will connect there. So park accordingly so you can utilize the facilities at the campsite. Once you get there, unhook your hitch. First thing you do is level your unit. Now I do recommend on a unit as long as this, close your slide up, find the center, put your stick on level, have someone watch that while you come to your power tongue jack and raise or lower the unit until you're level. You do have a night docking light here and a manual override. The hand crank right there to bring that up and down if you don't have power. Speaking of power, check your battery posts when you arrive. Make sure those haven't wiggled loose as you came down the road. Once you get your unit level, next thing you're gonna do is stabilize it. Your unit has power stabilizing jacks. Just gonna hit extend. As I run these down, I'm gonna mention stabilizing jack pads. Jack pads are gonna protect the feet of your stabilizing jacks from dirt and debris. Hot blacktop in the summer. Better distribute the weight. Really good investment. Use your 10% off coupon. Grab you a 4-pack of those. Have someone over on the other side so you can see where these come down. Run them all the way down to the ground just until they're taut. Remember, these are stabilizing jacks. We already have our unit level. All we're going to do is bring these down until you start to see the unit lift. If it starts to lift at all, stop. That would mean you're nice and tight. We'll walk to the rear here and show you your rear ones working. Same thing back here, put your stabilizing jack pads down, run these down to their taut. Once we get our unit level and stable, we can go ahead and hook up our power and water. Coming back here to your corner, 30 amp service, stores inside. At the end of that 30 amp cord, if you need to plug into 110, in your convenience pack will be a 30 to 110 adapter. Just put that on the end of there. Got our power hooked up, let's hook our water up. City water connection is right here. First and foremost, your water pressure regulator. This water pressure regulator is going to reduce the water pressure to 40 to 50 psi, protecting the lines in your unit. Use this when putting water into your city water connect. Hook that up, hook your hose up, but don't turn our hose on yet. Let's find your hot water heater. Coming around on your campsite by your entry doorway is your hot water heater. So all we're doing at this point is returning our drain plug. Get our drain plug back in there. Plumber's tape is recommended, not putty. Get that in there nice and snug. Once that's in there tight, you can go ahead and turn on your hose. After your hose has been on for a little while, go inside and open up your water spigot. Once water's coming out of your spigots, you know the air is out of your lines, and you can turn on your hot water heater indoors. There's an on-off element down here. The only time you ever want to turn this on down here is if you are hooked up to 110. If you're hooked up to 30 amp, turn it on indoors. Reset buttons here. The hot water heater doesn't seem to be working. Come out here and look and see if this is bubbled out. If it is, simply press it back in. And then here's your pressure release valve. Let's say you're gonna go camping, you're not gonna hook up at a campsite, you're going dry docking or boondocking. Or use potable water or fresh water. Simply fill this tank up with a hose. No need for a water pressure regulator. 2 ways to tell when it's full. 1, there's an overflow valve right here. Or 2, on the inside where you check your tank levels, press your fresh water, and that will tell you when this is full. Now remember, when using potable water, is when you're going to want to turn on your water pump. Don't turn on your water pump when hooked up to city water. That's already pressurized. All right, we're all set up to camp now with water and electricity. Let me walk you around the rest of the outside of the unit. We'll start here in the rear on your campsite. Big storage area. Again, your rear stabilizing jacks. I want to tell you on your awning, you have a pitch adjust. Let's say picnic table's down here on this end, go down to the other end, pull down on that arm, and that'll pitch your awning away from you. And it'll run the rainwater that way. Your outdoor speakers, a vent for your microwave, freshwater connect, a couple of 110s. This is a flue for your furnace. If you're running your furnace, steer clear of that, it'll get rather warm. Again, your hot water heater. This latch will hold your entry doorway open. Oh, you actually do have a level on this unit. Save you a few bucks right there. Your big pass-through storage area. This is prep for solar. You can plug a solar panel in here and it'll trickle charge your batteries. The propane does have a cover and is on a regulator. Simply point it toward the tank you wish to be using, lefty-loosey to open. It's green, you got gas. If it's red, gas is out. On the side of your battery, you have a battery disconnect. This will disconnect all the battery power to the unit. That'll come important later when I talk about your carbon monoxide propane detector, which runs strictly off your battery. Again, your pass-through storage, your slide. Coming back around to your docking station again. We have our fresh water, an outdoor shower. Here's where we'll dump our tanks. There's your water drain. And there's cable and satellite hookup. On the back of your unit, putting in your backup camera. There's your spare tire. That about covers everything on the outside. Let's take a look on the inside. Coming up inside the unit, first thing I like to point out is the fire extinguisher. Make sure that you and everyone that's camping with you knows where the fire extinguisher is located at the entry doorway. Do have a accent light down here. Up on the wall. We'll talk about this in a moment, but here's your control panel. As you check your battery, your fresh water, that's where you can tell your potable water is full. Black and gray tanks. Here's where you turn on your water pump if using potable water. Here's where you turn on your water heater. Here's your more lights. And your slides in and out. I believe this will be your awning. I'm going to show you. Awning's wet right now, but you don't want to run that. There it goes. You don't want to run that out until that flap falls down to 90 degrees, and then you know you're out far enough. Gonna run that all the way back in, but they're gonna clean it still. Coming up inside your unit, here's your self-explanatory microwave. Down here you do have a light and a fan. On the front here, your oven, you'll have to light a pilot light down underneath here. And on your stove, turn this to light, hit your spark, and there's your flame. Your Whirlpool fridge, controls for that are right in there. Cold to coldest. Indoor speakers. Down here at the bottom of all this storage is your access panel to your breaker box and fuses. Handful of 15s in there, a couple 40s. Highly recommend you have a handful of those with you when you go camping. And under your bottom bunk is your, at the end of it, is your 12-volt carbon monoxide propane detector. Again, the reason I mention it's 12 volt, always running off your battery. So if you do go boondocking and have nothing plugged in charging your battery, go ahead and use your battery disconnect to keep this from running your battery down while you're gone for the day. Come back into your area. Here's your shower. You have a hand crank open. Power exhaust vent here. Here's your lighting. You have a 110 with GFCI reset on it. Turn the thermostat on here. Start by turning on the AC. Do the AC kick on. I'm going to show you when to shut that off. AC shuts off quickly. Turn on your furnace. When you shut your furnace off, you'll notice your furnace will take a few minutes for the fan to shut off. A little bit longer than the AC does. Oh, yours actually shut off rather quickly. Coming over here, your table will lift up. Remove those legs. Set your table down on this lip. Put your back cushions on top. That'll give you another sleeping area. You have storage under your sofa, as well as being able to jackknife this down to a bed. Lift up the front, pull that back down. You're all prepped for TV here. When you arrive, crank this all the way to the left, all the way to the right when you're traveling. Your Furion sound system. Turn that on. So, indoors and outdoors. I'm not going to pick up anything inside here. Come back into your bedroom here. I mentioned it's also prepped for TV. 110 here. Individual one-touch lighting. And of course your storage underneath the bed is accessible from outdoors. Well, it covers everything on the inside. Let's act like we're leaving the campsite. So first thing I like to say is doors and drawers. Make sure all doors and drawers are closed on the unit. Nothing's going to impede your slides from coming in. So then I like to come to my control panel and shut off my lights. And then I can see all individual lighting that is not controlled by my main control panel over here. Then I'll come back over, turn on those highlights there, and bring my slide in. Again, making sure all doors and drawers are closed. Nothing's going to impede the slides from coming in. Cabinet drawers up here in the front closed. See, these utilize about every inch they can. That's why it's very important to button everything in. So you can actually rip that door off that cabinet there if you don't have that slide closed. Alright, our slides in. Shut off our highlights. Exit the unit. Now this door, solid steps, you want to make sure your exterior door is all the way open. Otherwise this will catch on it. Simply lift them up. Turn this handle to tuck that in. Lock and deadbolt your exterior door. Lift and turn this handle. At this point, bring up all of your stabilizing jacks, unhook your water and cable. After your water's unhooked, come in here, lift up on this pressure release valve, move your hand out of there because that's going to shoot hot water out of here. Once that's empty, close that, then you can pull your drain plug. Come around your off campsite. Get up underneath here and pull that drain plug. That's your low point drain. Hook up your hitch and head on up to your dump station. Now park your coordinate at the dump station. Remember, your dump's going to be all the way at the rear on your driver's side. 10-foot hose comes in your convenience pack. Take and hook that up. First thing you do is pull that black handle. That's going to be all your sewage. Let that dump out of there really good. Once that's done, close your black handle, pull your gray handle. That's going to be your cleaner waters, your sinks and your showers. That'll clean your sewage hose out for you. Then you can conveniently and sanitarily store your sewage hose in your dumper. In your bumper, excuse me. Again, thank you guys so much for your purchase. Hope you enjoy this Salem for many years to come. Happy camping.